Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the October 5, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. We ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy. Nice as in the word saint spelled backwards. And today my co-hosts are the lovely First Lady J. We got Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk, every Thursday at 9 p.m. I saw you had one in the can, so that's what's up with that. We got Student X,
always
reporting live from the dojo. Star of Mutant X, of Mutant Politics. That we're actually gonna have today after the show. We got the infamous El Pooh, star of Spin That Back. Since we didn't come with no Spin That Back episode, that's we figured pretty much going forward with Mutant Politics. But that's what's up. And we got Mr. Floyd X somewhere in the ether. But let's get to the get. What's going on with the show? What's going on with you, First Lady Jane?
Well, nothing much. Just here for another day. Grateful. I'm headed off to go celebrate a breast cancer awareness month today. October is breast cancer awareness month, but we will recircle that next week.
That's what's up. And Brother Walk, what's going on with you?
Wait, elephant in the room. We all wearing white. It's an all white freak off party for Diddy, right? I got my baby oil. I'm ready. Let's go, Lady J. El Pooh.
I'm here for Frankie Beverly. I wore my all white for Frankie Beverly.
Yeah, and
this ain't a freak off show.
I'm not attending no freak off.
We're not doing no freak off. Oh man,
not I have.
No, go ahead.
What's going on with you, brother Student X?
Chilling, man, chilling. Just great to be here as always, and eager for some passionate debate.
Infamous El Pooh, what it do?
Hey, what's going on? Blessed and happy to be here once again. Didn't think I was gonna be here, but got the chance. So, hey, here he is.
We're glad you're here, brother. And Mr. Floyd X, I know you in there behind the scenes doing what you do. Salute to you. So, here he comes.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. I'm ready for the white party minus the freak off.
No run out of baby oil. You run out of baby oil.
All right.
So we're gonna start off.
Went up, by the way.
The price of what?
Baby oil went up, by the way, in case you haven't noticed.
Okay.
There should be an increase in supply, but anyways, RIP. Let's start this off with Dikembe Mutombo. Anybody got something on Mr. Mutombo?
I have a little something on him.
Let's speak on it.
Basketball Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo, known for his shot blocking and famed finger wave after denying opponents at the hoop, died Monday from brain cancer, age 58, according to the NBA. Inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015, he was an 8-time NBA All-Star and won the league's Defensive Player of the Year award 4 times. His defensive prowess leading the league in blocks for 5 consecutive seasons during an 18-year playing career and retiring second on the NBA's all-time block shots list was offset by his huge playful smile.
Not in my house.
You got to do the finger wag.
I like what happened with Michael Jordan when Jordan dunked on him. That was like a big moment. And he was like, okay, 7 years he got one dunk. Okay. Golly, 7 years. Yeah. Rest in Mutombo.
Rest in peace.
And my favorite thing about Mutombo was his humanitarian relief and how he actually spread the game throughout Africa and really increased the recruits coming here to various colleges and whatnot. And who could forget that Georgetown team? Where Patrick Ewing, boy, it was just the great Mr. Thompson, Coach Thompson. Those are some of my favorite moments.
That's right. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. And we have another rest in peace, Brother John Amos, that most people recognized as the father is James Evans from Good Times. You got something on him, First Lady J?
Of course I do. John Amos, a star with Good Times and Roots, died at the age of 84 on August 21st, although we found out later. He played the stern patriarch on Good Times, America's first sitcom featuring a two-parent black family, and who had a starring role in Roots, the slavery narrative that became America's most watched show in the late 1970s. That's all.
Yeah, this dude. I mean, we're going to be pivoting this is going to parlay into the next segment. We're going to be talking about who's the best TV dad. But I mean, he's had a presence in a lot of things. He was in Die Hard. Bruce Willis was my favorite actor, and he had a place. He had a role, a big role, and I think that was Die Hard 2. He also the Players Club. He always found a way to do something. So that person stayed relevant for quite some time. I'm gonna pass that out.
Real quick, I want to. I'm trying to find that clip with Esther Rose. She said that they wanted her to do Good Times without a father in the house. She said, "No, we're going to have a father in the house," and she demanded that there be a man in that house. So salute to Esther Rose for bringing on James Evans. And I know somebody told me that he was like a lot younger than her on the show, but they played good together. It was a great cast, and he was one of the great TV dads, and we're going to get into that.
That was like that 70s, like they looked old as hell, but they was actually young. Like if you think about it, Lamont, when he was playing Sanford son, he was 26 years old. Lamont looked like he about a good 38. Seriously. But that was the 70s, baby.
And how old was Fred G. Sanford?
Fred G. Sanford was like 52 or 53.
Word.
Real tall. He looked like an old ass man, like for real.
Right,
like we old as hell up here on the show. We looking good, especially me.
Who you calling old?
Hey, don't forget James Amos on Coming to America also.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
McDowell's. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, that was
He had the
good.
arches. He had the arches.
We got the arch.
They had a joke on Facebook. They say James faked his death, moved to New York, started McDowell's.
Okay. Yep.
And
Go
ahead. So go ahead.
I was gonna say some will argue that he was the best example of a TV dad. What y'all think? Who was the best TV dad?
You know what? Let me start that argument off. I definitely that's who I nominate. He was the best TV dad, and the reason why he was the best TV dad because he intake no crap. I mean, you talking about whether it was going to deal with Mad Dog or whooping up a kid in his house that's cutting up. He ain't had no problems with the hands if it came down to that. You know what I'm saying? He was a fair dude, but he was an authority figure, and he didn't back down to nobody. He was a writer, so he was my favorite black. I mean, he's the epitome of a masculine, tough dad. So salute to that brother.
Yes,
Kind of remind me of my real dad. Whooping ass, a look, okay, chill out. Just a look was terrifying enough. But loved you and would give you the shirt off his back. That was James. James was there, home every night too. Ooh, damn, we can't forget that. Yeah. Salute to James Evans.
Yeah, I think he was one of the best ones. He was great. That mean attitude. He wasn't mean, but he was tough. Like you say, he didn't have to comb his hair. He still looked cool without his hair combed. And walking around because he was always working. So he working all day and still poor. But that's some of our stories today. It was funny.
So First Lady J, who you think was the greatest TV dad?
Oh, hands down, he represent what a king is supposed to be like in the household. All he had to do is just give a look or his nostrils flare up. He led his family the right way. He worked, and what I liked about him, it wasn't kind of like we all can relate, meaning that the Cosby Show, for instance, we know that's not how the typical Black families lived and how they were ran. So, I'm glad that you mentioned about Esther Rowe, how she demanded a father being in the household, because it also let it be known that there are fathers that still raise their kids. There are not fathers that's going to go get a pack of cigarettes and never return. He stayed there through the thick and through the thin, and he was there for his children, and that's what I like. Even though my father wasn't so harsh as James Evans, I can relate to other people's fathers and from what I have seen. So no TV dad can compare to him, because that was as real as you got, especially being in a hood, ghetto, whatever you want to call it.
And
Student
we can't forget one more thing about James Evans as a TV dad. When a pretty woman would compliment him, he'd be like, yeah.
It's funny.
Right, student
But, hey,
next.
Oh, go ahead.
Student next. Who's your favorite TV dad?
Yeah, I have a long list of just the dads I had liked, and of course, that brother, is definitely among the top. I was partial to Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show. I really enjoyed, his role and his position in the family. Fred Sanford, from Sanford Sons, I liked his role as well. But just to show where we're equal, employment. There was even some white cats I like. One of my favorite shows growing up, when I was in San Diego, was a Flipper. So Ranger Porter Ricks, he used to let his sons ride around in boats and scuba dive, I thought that was cool. And then you got to throw a shout out to Bob Saget from Full House, Danny Tanner, he was cool. And then, among the funniest, this is more for comic relief, but shout out to Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy and Married with Children.
He didn't take no crap.
Man.
He once threw 4 touchdowns in like one game. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Hey, what about Fred Sanford, we mentioned him. Then what about George Jefferson? He was a good dad.
Sorry, guys.
He moved the family up out the ghetto, moved on up to the high rise.
And he called that white dude. He called that white dude the H word with freedom.
Yeah, he didn't play no games. He didn't play no games. Yep, and that was the trip. I mean, as far as his acting, real quickly, he was supposed to have a small role, but he was so good they just started expanding it. Then they gave him his own show, and he just played the father role. It was a good match. But I know we all probably watched Fred Sanford in Good Times back to back. But Fred was a good pops to Lamont. Had a legitimate business with his son. Come on, what's better than that? Having a business with your son, man. Come on.
That's right. He was a visionary. Don't forget that Sham Pipple. You know what I'm saying? So you know what's up.
But some other mentions.
Are we staying on brothers? What you guys think about Anthony Anderson? In Blackish.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I think he was cool. I mean, he was responsible, put his children through college, and it was a large family. Moved into who was that? His father and her mother, or
I think that was the case. Yeah, that's what I think it was the case. So Lauren Fishburne was his father, and then the sister was
What about Damon Wayans on My Wife and Kids?
Yep, that was a cool one. But I want to address real quick as far as the Blackish, like it shows how everybody don't put their parents into old folks' home. They brought him in and moved him in. He had extraordinary means, had a good job and stuff. So he had all his children. He had all them children there. Then brought in his parent, brought in his wife's parents, and everybody was living together. And it helps the like the tribe. It helps to have them older generations to be there. I mean, that was a beautiful picture. So I think Blackish do deserve. I think he was a good dad, Anthony Anderson. I forget what's his name on the show on Blackish.
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson. Okay, yeah, I think he was a good TV dad. I think, I just thinking about him, he moved up a notch on my list.
Hey, Family Matters had the same situation.
Especially with him. If you all remember with him, they were living in a predominantly white suburb on top of that. And so he always made sure the children understood their heritage and, and sense of culture, So, no, I like them in that.
Yep.
Hey, Moesha had a father that was a single father, too.
Oh, yeah, he was cool. He was single?
Yeah, he was single.
I thought they had a mother on that show.
Oh, did he? Was he? I don't know.
Are we still on this topic? Are we still on this topic?
No, hey, but you know what? Hey, you want to shout out to a strong single dad that they pulled the wolves over? We talk about Andy Griffin. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's funny. That was like White and Super Mayberry, but there wasn't no mama in the picture. So I mean,
it was Mayberry, huh?
Right. So, there was single dads that put it down. So that's what's up. But all right, Walk. We got the signal. He wants to move on.
Where we going?
He hates TV dads.
We're on the brink of World War III. Diddy, come on, take that. All right. Come on now.
Hey, so did anybody catch the vice presidential debate?
Oh yeah,
part of it.
All right, let me
go ahead.
Let me just play my clip that I thought was interesting about the vice president debate. I didn't watch the debate, but I watched like highlights, and when they brought up that Tiananmen Square, I was like, "What the hell? Why he lying?" But I'm gonna play it for y'all. Y'all let me know if he's lying or telling the truth.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400. My community knows who I am. They saw where I was at. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in.
That's like really misleading because what he did was talk about that he traveled forward and back a lot of times. So he didn't just do like, the posturing of, I grew up in a middle-aged family. He was talking about the fact that he went there back and forth. And he even said that when he watched it, they didn't air this stuff live because they control their media. So you didn't find out about it till after the fact. So, I mean, this can be easily attributed to the Mandela effect as far as of syncing up which particular time and which particular thing. But, I mean, he didn't say he was out there.
Man, nice guy. You sound like Walls right now.
All he said was
look, nice guy. Walls took a long way to say he was lying. And my people in my hometown, they know me. They know who I am. Come on, just say I lied.
Did you see they edited? Wait, did you see they edited?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. You didn't watch
I watched the live, brother.
Yeah,
that was the live.
All he was saying was that
he was
lying to everybody. He was lying to everybody in his hometown about him being there at the Tiananmen Square, and he was a hometown. Everybody looked at him because he was there when they tank ran over that young man that was protesting. That's what he did, man.
He
Come
literally
on.
said in the debate, because you said you didn't even watch it. It literally, that clip cut out the part that he's talking about. He went there a bunch of times. So he misconstrued when he was out there when it happened, because again, they didn't play it live. When you were out there, you found about after the fact, because their media doesn't play. Like if you have protests and stuff like that, then it's not going to be on the news.
We ain't talking about China. America. He lied. Damn. All he had to say was like, yo, I was going back and forth, man. I kind of thought I was there when the stuff was going down. My bad. But the problem Stop. Please don't do that, brother. Listen, he didn't do that, man. Come on. Let's be real, man. Stop. I'm not talking to you now, nice guy. I'm talking to the Focus Up show out there now. He lied. He should have just kept it real. Come on, put that camera on me. I don't wear all this white fly shit for nothing. I fucking got caught in a lie. When I was at work, I was telling people, like, I went to Freaknik the last Freaknik, 1994, me and my Navy buddies went. Some dude was like, wait a minute, you got out the Navy in 93. straight shattered my little bubble. See, sometimes you lie, sometimes you embellish your story. It happens. That's what he should have said. See, that's why the people love me, because I'm keeping it real. I got caught lying. I never been a freak man.
Go ahead, brother X. What you got to say on it, brother?
Well, yeah, no. I mean, it was clear he was lying. You know, he took the long way to say nothing. And I love my brother Big Cuz out there. You know, in the comments. You know, but if Waltz was more genuine, he absolutely would have kept it real on that one point right there instead of looking foolish and getting jammed up. You know what I mean? And again, looking very ingenuine and looking like a liar and a deceiver. You know, and we have to ask ourselves. You know, because we see Kamala doing the same thing. That throw a shout out to Yusuf out there in the comments as well. She does the same thing. She ducks and dodges questions and not keep it real. So no, I mean, he was lying. He got cold busted, as we used to say, and he should have just owned it. You know what I mean, and kept it moving.
So did he own it?
No.
He did. The way they own it, say, I misspoke. He stole that from Hillary Clinton. That's how you say I lied. I misspoke.
Right. Walk said it best. Well, if he would have came out and just owned it, you know what I mean, and just say, hey, look, man, I embellished a little bit. I got caught up in the moment back then, you know what I mean? You know, I'm moving forward. You know, you will never see me make that mistake again. I'm going to keep it 1,000%, with the American people. That would have been a more presidential.
Student asked for vice president. That was a good answer, bro.
If you're presuming that he embellished, Walk admitted that he was embellished. For example, we had on the Spin That Back show where I was talking about Big Daddy Kane. I was wrong, but I wasn't lying. I mixed up the sequences of it. So that was the situation where I just got it wrong. So I'm just saying, if I misrecollect, all he said in that whole thing, they clipped it, but he said, look, we were going there back and forth. Bottom line is I was wrong. We was not out there at that time, but I was out there with the protest. That was his response. That was his real response.
My boy, nice guy, gonna die on that hill.
If you watch it, if you didn't watch it, you can't speak on it.
Nice guy. I didn't watch it. Wait, hold on. You talking to Floyd?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Floyd X. I'm talking about. But I question.
Yeah, attack me because I didn't watch it. Okay.
No, I'm just saying that.
But everybody else is saying the same thing.
I watched it from start to finish, and that was my favorite part. No doubt about it. But the way the night started out.
You want to talk about ducking? What was the favorite part of ducking? Do I have to say what the favorite part of ducking was? So, was the election stolen? Well, excuse me, sir, I'm dancing. Hold on a second. So I mean, like I said, there's no question. First of all, I thought this was a great debate because I thought everybody was respectful. You know what I'm saying? They had a very intellectual debate. My opinion of Vance got like way higher because I saw that he was actually an intelligent dude. A lot of these sound bites were very dumb, but I felt like his speech was very eloquent, but he was just lying. I mean, so if you want to talk about lying, we can fact check that stuff. But I mean, again,
you're saying that Vance was lying
deliberately, not misspeaking, lying.
And Walls did not lie.
He did lie. He lied when he talked about the Project 25. He said that Project 25 had something in it that it absolutely did not have in it. So, he's wrong about that.
Wait, I don't know the exact time he did this, but remember, he fact checked the fact checker in live time.
He sure did.
Nobody is saying that he was wrong about what he said when he fact checked the fact checker.
Who are you talking about? You talking about Vance?
That's my second favorite part.
You talking about Vance?
No, we ain't talking about Waltz, bro. You know I'm not talking. And don't mistake Walt from Waltz, bro. Don't mistake me from him.
I'm asking
fact check that.
That fact check, but that fact check was wrong. That fact check was a lie. So I mean, it wasn't. He didn't fact check him with the truth. I mean, you can take whatever take you want, but the bottom line is, you talking about the climate.
No. When he was talking about the citizens, and the status of citizenship, and how Margaret Brennan, who started the night off in a lie, I'll address that in a second, but she came out and basically tried to fact check him in terms of saying that the Haitian residents out there in Springfield were actual legal residents, and so he had to come back on top of her and explain that whole process and how, with the swoop of a pen, undocumented immigrants are being given a legal status by this Biden-Harris administration. And then of course the host had to acknowledge that, she said it facetiously, but thank you for letting us know the ins and outs, of that particular procedure. You know what I mean? So that's
were they legal or not? Were they legal or not?
I mean, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay, so
if you go by the policy of this administration, how they're making residents or people who are coming to the country illegally with the swoop of a pen and being illegal, then yes, by this Biden-Harris administration. But in terms of the process, the actual real process that exists, then clearly we know that, this is just something that the Biden-Harris administration has done. And then that's going to be a central part of this election is how people feel about that. And if that's what Americans think are in the best interest of this country.
Those companies did not have the workers. Those people were granted temporary. This was a path to getting them the workers that they want. They were talking about, they're literally come out there and saying that, look, they're not taking any jobs. We need workers. We don't have enough workers. So they're actually legally contributing to society. They're not a problem. They're not a burden for us. They are contributing legally. That's really was the bottom line. So that was the fact check.
Yeah, we could continue that part. The last thing I want to mention in terms of the debate, if I can real quick, is that the night started off with a lie, and that was literally from the host, one of the hosts, Margaret Brennan, when she started the night saying that, Israel's largest attack or Iran's largest attack on Israel yet was a failure, and that the Iron Dome, along with American support, repelled the attack, which is so far from the truth. And we'll be getting to that. Today on Meeting Politics, there's no doubt about that. But, clearly it was propaganda that was being spewed, and right now, the last thing I'll say on is the last thing the Biden-Harris administration needs is a broader war in that region, and because it will create a massive global energy crisis immediately, which will create spikes in price on gasoline and oil. So I know that they don't want that. Not to mention, what Walk alluded to earlier is, we're on the brink of potentially World War III. Israel does not want to be destroyed and annihilated, and we know they're sitting on nukes. So will they actually, launch a nuclear attack in that region? And what would be the response from other nations? So we are in a real crisis here and have been now the whole time under this Biden-Harris administration.
Israel is me, and freaking the United States is my big brother. I could do whatever the hell I want. Floyd had my back. I would be in the wrong, and Floyd be like, "I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm beating it." That's why Israel really acting a fool and cutting up over there in that region, bro. They are doing some real atrocious things, genocide. They are killing off a lot of people over there. But they know America got their back, and that's why Trump say when he get in, it's going to stop, because he gonna know, like, yo, Big Brother gonna be like, oh, I'll let you handle this bit. You gonna have to fight that cat on your own. Wait, Floyd, are you serious? I really got to fight him by myself. You know what I'm saying? Israel.
Student X, who's a bigger friend of Israel? The Trump campaign or the Biden-Harris campaign?
I'm glad you asked that. That's going to be one of our questions we deal with on Mutant Politics today, and it's absolutely the Biden-Harris administration. Under Trump, look at how Israel, as well as other nations, Ukraine and others, were held in check, and we did not have the massive chaos and the potential World War III on the table. Absolutely.
How can you say that when Trump was the one that moved the embassy to what's the name? The capital, right?
Symbolic. I'm not saying that Trump is not a friend of Israel, but the thing is that Trump understands what Trump understands is that
myself that horn.
I wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. But again, when you get into politics in America, we all know that the Israel lobby has a mass influence over all the politicians, as well as even a lot of the constituency. So how you deal with Israel, you have to deal wisely with Israel, as well as this American constituency. So Trump, he's mastered, in my opinion, the way to move, around Israel and these various lobbies, give them a little something, but at the same time, keep them in check, because they were
you saying that he did that to help neutralize or stall the war.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily to stall the war, but that was an act that neutralized, Israel from
He
moving
picked the
further,
side,
with
brother.
various policies that they
He
had in
picked the
mind.
side.
Absolutely.
He made it clear that he's with Israel.
Yeah, Biden Harris have been
No,
talking about two
no,
states. They're
here,
talking about
Hey,
two
wait,
states.
I'll show you what picking a side looks like. Picking a side is when there's literally a genocide taking place right now in Israel, and you give them unlimited amount of arms and aid to continue these attacks, as well as put our own troops on the ground, putting them in harm's way, which potentially, if any of them are harmed, could drag America more into a deeper war, allowing
Where's
Israel.
America putting their own troops on the ground at?
Well, right now there is an amphibious fleet that's sitting there right now. Primarily, their role is to bring Americans in particular home and out of harm's way. That's primarily their region. But again, just to put American troops inside of this battlefield right now, if there were any sort of collateral damage or they would get hurt or harmed, then now that would be a prelude and something that the American government can now justify broader expansion into that region, bringing this country more into a conflict. What we should be doing is staying out of it, completely, because if we dry up the resources and funds, now Israel, they can't make these moves. They cannot make any moves without America's support. And Trump, just like he did with Ukraine, he was not providing that support, so it kept these wars from broadening and expanding and escalating. That's a fact. Because now, look at the aftermath. Look at all the hundreds of thousands of dead people we're looking at in Ukraine, and then the hundreds of thousands that are dead inside Palestine, right now. And not to mention that Israeli troops are absolutely taking heavy losses as they move into Lebanon right now. That missile strike that Iran launched, man, they showed once again they could touch that whole entire region unchecked and unabated. You
don't believe the American media when they say that they hit 98% of it. They
It's an absolute lie. We can look at the videos. They have videos, and you see these missiles coming raining down. Raining down, hitting the ground, hitting targets. Destroying targets. And when you actually look at various former military officials that we have that are reporting on all this that's going on inside the world, utilizing their resources, they're sharing a lot of truth with us, and also dispelling some of the misinformation that exists, in particular from our media. The media has always been a liar and deceiver in America.
Brother Charles, this is where I get lost at. We know that in order to justify the damage that they act like they absorbed or took a lot of casualties, why would they say, oh, they didn't affect us and then still go? Why would they do that? That's not war-mindedness or war tactics.
Let me make sure I understand your question. So when you say the they, and what exactly are you saying now?
When they say that 98% of it was neutralized, and they didn't really.
The media?
Yeah.
Okay.
The media, being the government, is what allows the media to work its way through there, right? The government and the media works in cahoots, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
They're the fifth pillar. They have been the fifth pillar, the propaganda piece here inside this country for sure.
Yep.
But what's your question? You're saying why would they report? You're saying why would they report that 98% of the? I mean, it's to project strength. You know what I mean? And particularly to the American people and the populace. You can't come out on TV and admit that Iran could touch and beat your ass at any damn time, inflict massive casualties if they want, if they choose. Iran, instead, they chose to hit, a strategic infrastructure to neutralize how Israel can attack and move in further into Lebanon. They hit airfields, right? They hit, military bases. They wasn't aiming and looking to kill civilians. And that shows you like this Muslim way of thinking versus this demonic Israeli mindset, where they're willing to kill their own people as well as civilians in order to advance their cause.
Let Jaguar get it. What you gotta say, Walt?
I'm just saying it's just to project that you're powerful, because it's just like a campaign. If I want you to vote for me, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm losing, I need your votes. I'm gonna project like I'm doing it. I'm out here. You see what I'm doing, but you got support. The support is from America. They know they could do whatever the hell they want right now. That's why they doing it. Just like Charles X said. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Brother Student X, he said, I forgot my point real quick. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, real quick.
I try to act like I froze, but I fucking.
Brother Yusuf say, when did we start trusting America's media? I don't think nobody here trusts American media.
And when did we start trusting everybody else's media? That's my question.
Well, no, the media. Right. So again, we had this show in the past. The way I do my research, is completely different from just watching news clips just from around the world and getting data. Today, we have a much stronger, media present, and that is independent media relying on actual people, just like you and I, who are on the ground, who are able to report facts, and we have people who are going and embedding themselves, putting themselves in dangerous situations from front lines, and on the ground, and showing us proof and facts instead of just relying on what our government, state-sponsored media is sharing with us. We could go and look at, exactly what's happening on the ground today. This world is a lot smaller with the technology that we have, and that's just.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I recommend Telegram. You get like on ground people that put stuff up and show you difference from what that and they arrested the owner of that app. And when they go after the owners the same way they did with WikiLeaks, when they start telling the truth, they go seek them. They try to destroy and kill them. So I recommend Telegram. That's just me. But the truth is out there.
Israeli soldiers are arresting media. They're closing down the media ports. Over 220 on the ground media have perished within this conflict going on right now. It's a lot going on over there that we're not even hearing about or seeing because Israel is stopping the media. They don't want you to see what they really doing over there.
Hey,
the video they was raping the dude.
Our brother Yusuf says
eating the dogs.
The media lies. There are many other news agencies out there today. People have cell phones. We're getting live coverage daily. I agree with that.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. We don't have to rely on, again, what ABC, NBC, all these individuals, these companies, these conglomerates, they rely on the military industrial complex to literally fund them by ads, to even, be in existence, so of course they're going to give you a slanted, perspective at the end of the day. And just like when we were talking about earlier is why would, the media be lying about, the success of Iran and the lack of success that America and Israel is having in these affairs. You ever see a boxing match? I know Walk has a boxing match where at the end, both fighters are, I won. That, it's posturing is what it's called. And that's exactly what's taking place. The American people are being deceived. And I believe that when the American people wake up, and see that we are surrounded by liars and deceivers, that soon maybe we'll see, some of our own politicians and some of these media personalities, being held accountable. So we'll see as we move forward in this conflict.
But First Lady, you want to say anything on this?
No, you guys have said a mouthful.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to go. I'm sorry. We'll just go.
Yeah, I got something to say.
Go ahead, El.
Vote Donald Trump. He'll fix everything. The whole world will be at peace as soon as he gets in. Day one. And number two,
I bet you they calm that ass down. Israel gonna calm his ass down. Like I'm telling you. And
this will be continued on
nice
right
guy.
and center.
Nice guy.
Politics today.
Jumping all over his El
eating the dog.
Jumping all over.
Eating the dogs, eating the cats. I ate a cat last night.
Wow, man.
Hey,
look, let's go to this is a white party. Hey, this is a white party. Let's party. Let's party.
New York City hooked up with Pete Diddy, finna blow past 50, you gon' have right. We the best,
Yeah, it's a white party, y'all. We got our white on. It's a white party minus the freak off. Let's go to some commercials real quick.
To you, El Poo, for the ridiculousness of all that stuff.
Yeah, Mr. La Brea Trucking. I'm gonna keep playing this old ass commercial till you send me some new video footage so I can make a commercial, man. Send me videos. We out there on the road, just shoot some video of yourself on the road so I can make some new commercials. God damn it! I'm tired of them old ass commercials, but I'm gonna keep on playing it.
Come to the free.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey.
Black honey. Yeah,
And they ain't
y'all know
talking about me. They're not talking about me. Sex Talk or Walk every Thursday at 9 p.m. Go ahead.
Hey, I was surprised they had an episode this past Thursday. I saw I was like, what's going on here? There's a glitch in my computer?
Now y'all running my commercial now. That's what's up.
Shout out to the Rock Mutant Politics. What y'all talking about today, Brother Charles?
But today, and our name has been evolving, so stay tuned. But the Middle-Aged Mutant Ninjas political show, we're going to talk about the end game. Trump versus Harris, angel or demon. We're going to get into it. We feel like, there's absolutely more escalation that's taking place in the world. The potential World War III is on the horizon. Let's talk about it and how that should influence who we vote for this coming election.
Real quick, according to Donald Trump, who should we vote for? This is what he had to say about Kamala Harris.
There's something wrong with Kamala, and I just don't know what it is, but there is definitely something missing. And you know what? Everybody knows it. She's a stupid person. Stupid person. I don't care.
Is that how politics supposed to go?
Hey,
that's how now?
Hey, so in the past, they wanted people to be more so-called, the word escapes you right now, but just composed, and even killed and whatnot.
Dignified.
We
That's
go with
dignity up here.
Trump is like, because he comes raw dog. You know what I mean? He speaks his mind. He's a very candid. And a lot of his constituency, appreciates that.
They tried to kill him twice. Come on, bro. His candor is leaving. Like, come on, like somebody tried to kill you twice. Like, I know that they didn't shoot Nice Guy. I know what you're about to say. I read your mind. That's why I got this bandana on.
I wasn't about to say that.
I know. Well, I know what you're about to say. Anyway, but what I'm saying is,
he's lying.
It's like people plotting to kill you. They took his earrings off. It happened. So he's kind of like, you know what, fuck yeah, she's stupid as hell. And she is. She is. Like, I think that she do the same thing that I be doing during this show. Are we done taping?
Yeah.
Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. Be back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries. Early South static, Shiraz and CBG. Nola Batapine. Turn it up, let the vinyl spin. 10:30 sharp, where the stories begin.
Yeah.
Spin that back.
Yeah.
Most Saturdays, check it out, is our highest rated show on the Focus Up Network. Apparently, a lot of people love old school hip hop and want to hear about it, want to talk about it. You get El Pooh and Mr. Nice Guy up there, they start talking that talk and speaking on things that you probably never heard. Every time I watch it, I learn something new. Every time. Last
Yes,
week, they
sir.
spoke on King T. It was very interesting. King T and the Liquid Crew. That was a good ass show. Go ahead,
So
El
what we
Pooh.
focus on is hip hop from 79 to 99. We may be on next weekend, not sure yet, but this weekend we got Right Up Center, Mutant Politics, 10:30. Check that out. We're gonna continue with this Kamala or whatever her name is, and Trump.
Her name is Madam President.
There it is.
Madam Vice President.
She's going to be Madam President.
Did Cam have something to say?
January 3rd. Yeah, let me see what Cam got. Let me see what our brother Cam has to say. Salute to brother Cam on the campaign trail.
Focus Up Network. Salute. Membership. Salute. Appreciate you.
All right, let's get back to business. We're about to speak on.
Hey, one more thing. Like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
Can I throw something in real quick while y'all talking about?
Please, First Lady, please.
Y'all hear me, folks? Y'all need to show up at 7/19 Wednesday, October the 9th at 8 p.m. Damu, he is going to be battling other DJs, and it's all going to be 80s music, and I will be there to support.
When is that going to be?
Wednesday.
DJ
Damu. DJ Damu?
Nah, hell no.
How preposterous is that? Is that for somebody to try to battle DJ Damu? Are you serious?
Yeah. It's DJ Damu, DJ DeVault, and DJ T.
And when is it again?
It's going to be Wednesday, October the 9th at 8 p.m. at 719. Shout out to Damu.
Shout out to our brother Damu.
I'm off Wednesday.
Ever since we've been knowing parties, he been doing my brother's parties, and they're DJing and little young ass 18 or 17-year-olds cutting with the Kango. He had a Kango like me. No, he had an old school Kango though in the sweatsuit doing this thing. Shout out to DJ Damu, man. He been there for a long time putting it down. But all right, so Nice Guy, where we at? Are we gonna talk about Candace Owen or Jane Deal or Jaguar White?
Candace Owen. We got to talk about all of them. We're gonna talk about basically. Let's first let's talk about Candace. We're gonna
clout chasers. You named 3 clout chasers. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ouch. Hey, I agree. Hey, this the world is a sign of apocalypse. Me and Walker's agreeing on something. But anyways, go ahead. Let's talk about Candace. You want to play one of those clips?
Yeah, I'm gonna play that video. And this one, she's talking about Tupac and his sexuality. And she's trying to, as usual, smear the name of a black person. That's what she usually does, in my opinion. So we're going to play this clip for y'all.
Heterosexual black person.
Found some people that were just straight up actors to play this role of a gangster. And one of those people is obviously Tupac. So let's just watch this footage. You may forget this. Tupac was an actor, and I'm pretty sure he was not a heterosexual actor either on the basis of this clip. Take a listen.
Most like my mom because I'm arrogant, totally arrogant. I agree. I have to say it. Like at work, I can't hold a job. I just quit my job today, actually, because I wanted to come and do this. And they wouldn't let me. And I felt like it was important, and it was more important than serving pizza. And we had enough people. So I felt like since I'm an actor, they should understand. They should have let me do it, but they didn't. And then I had a cold. So they were making me work in a freezer. And I'm really not one to be disrespected. And I felt like that was disrespectful because I asked to go, So I quit. And he told me I couldn't quit. And that even made me hyper. I'm arrogant. So when he told me I couldn't quit and we had all these customers, I chose that time to jump on a soapbox, grab my leather jacket, light a cigarette in front of him, smoke, and leave in the middle of a rush. So that was natural high. That's arrogance at the top. That's, I think, I'm most like my mother. And she likes it. She'll see it in me and know it. And we clash a lot because I'm arrogant, she's arrogant. And you should see us when we get in our little attitude moods.
I'm just saying it's a lot of hand movement for an eventual thug life gangster, okay? And like I said, he was in school for performing arts. Yeah, they were looking for people. That's him being cast. And it's very obvious to me that gangster rap was some sort of an operation and remains today. All the trap music, all the people that are getting signed, I don't say this with any ill will in my heart. I'm just not going to be convinced that, like, you know, Sexy Red is the number one.
Enough.
Is she a tether?
I don't know.
Hey, so first of all, I want to fact check a few things because she talks about him being an actor. I mean, you know, to my understanding, my recollection, he moved there to go to that school and whatnot, but he's from New York. He was MC New York before that. So, I mean, you know, when you sit here and talk about persons rapping, a lot of these cats is rapping and been doing all type of things. They do many things. So, you know, I'm not going to just say that he was an actor who became a gangster rapper or whatever. And not only that, you know, everybody starts out somewhere. So you know what I'm saying, even these gangsters, even these tough gangsters you see, you know, one time was dancing the bar near Sesame Street or whatever. I mean, to me, at some point, you be what you be. I'm not going to sit here and argue that Tupac was a gangster. I always say that, you know, he was a Johnny Bang lately on that type of situation. But he was a writer. He wasn't no faker. He was a scrappy dude. So the bottom line is, you talk that talk, you know, he was going to do something about it. So to me, it's just disrespectful and ridiculous. What you got to say about this, Walk?
I was doing research on this. You know me, I stayed doing research. And then I started looking and I stopped real short. I didn't get too much. Candace Owens was 35 years old. She was born in 1989. Tupac born in 1971. He's 18 years older. So she just finding out about Tupac, basically. She saw that clip and she was like, he look gay. I can run with this and get some clout. And that's what she doing. We talking about it here right now. We done seen that tape. Niggas, gang members, Tupac fans, everybody done seen that clip of him in school. In that class, when he was doing that interview, he was acting. He was acting in that.
Oh, that's a good point, Walt. That's a good point. Where's that fucking
It's called code
good
switching.
point, Walt. That was a good point.
Yeah, it's called
Channel my
code switching.
Tupac energy.
Say, what you say?
I channel my Tupac energy.
Code switching. What you got to say about it, Brother Charles?
Yeah. I think it's quite obvious that, you know, you can't just surmise from that one clip, you know, without any other evidence to bring to the table that Tupac is gay, you know, and there's a whole lot more evidence we could bring to the table that, you know, would just not support that particular claim. So in this instance, I believe Candace Owens absolutely was looking for engagement, you know, looking for, you know, clicks, you know, and to spark a dialogue and get interaction so she could make some money. You know what I mean? I think it was a clear, you know, maybe she does feel that. I don't know, but I can't see how someone could just pull that clip and just, you know, come to that conclusion, you know. But we do know that, you know, Pot, you know, there's plenty of instance, you know, to where, you know, for example, he was deemed too gangster to play O-Dog in Menace to Society. You know what I mean? You know, so the brother, you know, has a long track record. You know, I never forget, you know, about, you know, him taking those shots, you know, by the police and coming out and using that as the energy behind, you know, one of his greatest albums ever. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
which one, Strictly or the other one?
Yeah, Strictly. You know what I mean? You know, that was the energy behind that, you know, was from that, you know. So I can't say the brother, you know, was gay, homosexual, bi, you know what I mean? You had to present a lot more than that, you know, for me to even consider it.
Now, look, our brother Yusef says that many didn't know Diddy was gay. When did we find out that Diddy was gay? Brother Yusef, I'm asking you, brother. Or are you saying that you believe the media?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I don't think Diddy gay until he say he gay. I'm not gonna believe it unless I catch him or see him in a compromising position. But I don't put that. I don't throw that on people.
Hey, First Lady J, you got something to say about this this Candace Owens take on Tupac?
Let me be truthful. I don't follow her much. I don't pay attention to her. Anybody that puts black people down the way she does, being black, being a college dropout, had black issues with student loans, all that stuff, but constantly bashing our people. I treat her like Trump. I don't entertain her. I disagree with what she was saying about Tupac in the video. I mean, he was a kid, and who doesn't use their hands when they're speaking or talking? Majority of us talk with our hands. So I just think that she reminds me of a person with ADHD, just a attention seeker.
Man,
I'm not a fan of hers by far, you know. And you wonder why our black men go to white women. She's a prime example.
ooh, damn, first lady, that was a good one.
Why would you or anybody listen to somebody that wasn't even 10 years old when Tupac got killed?
Yep. And let's look at another clip. I mean, that was her on Tupac. This is her.
You know what? Maybe we've given her enough love. You want? Let's flip over to cover some Diddy. Let's talk about the Gene deal.
Let me just play this real quick so people can know who we dealing with. I'm gonna play it and we can move on. We ain't gotta say nothing about it. I just want them to know.
Black Americans do not know how to resolve basic conflicts. Everything has to turn into a fight. I hate you forever. You got to draw lines. It's like you're this gang or that gang. And you still see it happening in politics.
Mm-hmm. I think we got to do a show on Candace Owens. You know what I mean? Because she does have valid points she makes, and she doesn't attack just all black people. Rabbi Shmuley, I'll bring to the witness stand. She destroyed, that man, and took, heat from it, being demonetized the whole 9 yards, so she's an equal opportunity, individual. For
I
sure.
agree with you. We got to do a show on her. So
let me say
how
this
trash she is.
Let me say this real quick about Candace Owens. Not all black people don't know how to resolve issues, because I do know how to resolve issues. And she right on me. Wait, I know how to resolve. It's right here. It's called these hands. But it's not every black person. Me?
Yeah, I don't think she was even implying every black person. Clearly, she's black, and that's not her mindset. But if you look from the greater community,
like,
look at the challenges that we have inside of our culture.
Yeah, hey, we moving
on. I love what Mark said. She said it. She said it. She said what she said. But yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about.
But I am one of the. She was talking about me because that's how I do resolve issues.
Again, she, what I'm saying. She's talking about some people, but to put it out there, you putting that on everybody, and that's that's what your job is. You the black face on a white point, on a white talking point. But let's go on to talking about Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright. Are they credible?
Real quick, will Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright, are they credible? Now, I've seen Jaguar Wright's videos going up every other week. She's doing a new interview, talking, and I watched the first one I watched. I said, that sounds far-fetched, and I just stopped watching it. And then I saw after the Diddy situation, she was on Piers Morgan. Now, I like Piers Morgan's show, me personally. I think he's fair when he brings on both sides of whatever conversation. But she was on there talking that crazy stuff and put a picture up. That's her. She was talking all that. And this is my opinion, real quick. I think that everybody that's alive and successful, she called them a part of the Illuminati or the gatekeepers or the ones that's doing evil. Everybody that's dead, she called them the victims of the gatekeepers. So that's an easy position to take like that. And she goes against all of them, and she just speaks on it. And I don't like that they give her a platform. I think she needs to shut up and go do something else. That's my opinion. But what y'all got to say about it?
Brother Walk.
I don't think that there is no they. She got her own platform from talking about others. We're making our own platform. So there's no they behind the Focus Up show every Saturday night, motherfucking AM and Sex Talk with Walk. Anyway, baby Walk. Anyway, but she is making her own platform. She has made her way talking about Diddy, Jay-Z, and things of this nature. But here's where she never got sued and stuff like that. She like, this is what I heard. I know two people that will come forth if they have to. That's what she's been doing for the last 3-4 years that I've seen. Because I never even knew who the hell she was. When I thought of Jaguar Wright, I was thinking about the Roots somehow, but I think they did a song together. I never knew her music, and plus, when she came out, I think I was on vacation somewhere in the desert. Took a while of out of state prison.
Hey, y'all got something to say on speaker? I got some more to say, but I want to give everybody opportunity.
Well, to me, I want to hear what you. Really, the issue is she credible? But you danced around it. But what about how you feel about Gene Deal?
All right, now Gene Deal, I think he's telling the truth for the most part in what he's saying and what he's doing, but it gets old after a while. I didn't find out till doing my research on him that he got a whole book out, and he does interviews like every 2 weeks. He got a new interview, and then put Gene Deal up. Salute to brother Gene Deal. He got that's on the Art of Dialogue. Salute to the Art of Dialogue, a black platform. And then he got My World of Bodyguarding, a hip hop star. He was P. Diddy's personal bodyguard for a number, and Biggie. P. Diddy and Biggie's bodyguard for a number of years. And so he got inside scoop, and he knew Diddy when Diddy was young, teenager or whatever. And, he tells stories that's interesting and be like, damn, that's crazy. But I think he's credible in the audible. But Jaguar Wright, I wanted to say, when she did the interview on Piers Morgan, she did her whole spiel, and then Piers Morgan brought up DJ Vlad. And DJ Vlad was like, yeah, I don't follow her. I don't give nothing credibility to nothing she says. She's this and that. He had a whole lot of negative to say. And then after he got off, they brought up a black lawyer. And the black lawyer lady, she was like, well, DJ Vlad is the culture vulture, and I don't trust nothing he said. So I thought that was funny. That he brought on 3 different people that had negative opinions about the person before him. That was funny to me. But
it's an endless snake pit of clout chasing ass motherfuckers. Just especially Vlad. Vlad is the worst one. Wait, hold on. We talking about black people. The worstest of them all. The worstest. I love that word, worstest. He the worstest of them all. He the biggest controversial clout chasing ass dude, and that's what it is. They get money. Could you imagine? You a person, you've been broke your whole life, and then you got some money, and then somebody, let's say I'm 50 years old. Somebody just come like, yeah, Jason, I beat his ass on the playground. I beat the fuck out Jay Wall. Like, what the fuck? And then people talking about this. That's a news story, and I'm in a fucking mansion, and it's fucking like 40 years ago? Like, what the? This is what we talking about. And Jaguar Wright has no proof whatsoever. That's why she ain't never got sued. I love talking about black people.
She got sued. Tevin Campbell. Tevin Campbell.
He sued her?
There we go. R&B singer Tevin Campbell. Oh, he's threatened to sue. That's ain't no real suit.
Thank you. Can I get an apology, Mr. Nice Guy? Can I get an apology? How dare you interrupt me on my rant? What was that?
All right. So, did we cover it enough sufficely, or First Lady, you got something to say?
No, I'm just
you looking good now with the fly stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So I have a question: is why is this sister, the one we were just talking about? Why is she not, being thrown in there with the Candace Owens of the world? In terms of being and speaking on so-called black entertainers and whatnot and mudslinging and whatnot. If that's the prerequisite.
I will say this. She is an enemy to hip hop. She's not an enemy. She's not just speaking on black people in general. She's speaking about the music industry. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Why is Ray J upset with her? That was popping up on news feeds all morning too. Did you guys catch that?
She got some dirt on him too.
When she went on Piers Morgan, that elevated her. She riding high on the hog. That's like the light is on me right now, and she reaping the benefits. She getting money. She getting interviews. They were talking about her being on Joe Rogan. That's huge in the
crazy. Damn.
podcast world. On just allegations. Yeah, El Pooh. Remember in the 3rd grade, I slapped your head and you didn't do nothing. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
But
she has no one, but she says, I have people who will come forward.
Yeah, she's also fearing for her life right now too.
Me too,
So
nigga. I'm
said-
gang bang.
He said they put like a hit on her, like $100,000 hit or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Get your money up front.
But remember, hey, this is a white party. This is a party, everybody. Was a party.
New York City hooked up with P. Diddy finna blow past 50. You gon' have that. We the best.
Take that.
There we go. Take that. Are we out of here? Are we done here?
We're done. We're done.
All right. Thank y'all for watching the show.
That was kind of talking about Diddy. That was kind of talking about Diddy, and to the point about homegirl. The reason why
I got more baby oil.
The reason why she's getting a lot of that play is because a lot of things that she's been talking about. These talking points have kind of come to light, at least with respect to Diddy. So it's not just a function of that she's just getting on Piers. That's obviously blowing up. But the bottom line is one of her favorite targets has been, he's going through some real stuff.
Yep. All right, we out of here. Thank y'all for watching the show.
All right.